Hello all, this is Karun Jethi, ex-international player for Canada. I would like to thank BaatShaat, Salman Bhai, Lucky Bhai to give me this opportunity to come on their show and talk about GT20, which I think is probably the best thing that have happened to Canadian cricket since I've been a part of it. And this have opened definitely a pathway for every youngster in Canada to look something forward to, not only a part in the national team but also in GT20. Every youngster, I hope, going forward would want to work hard so they could be a part of GT20 based on their performances, not only for the national scale but also at the domestic level. So that, with that in mind, I'll go on to my next thing that I have to bring it up for you, and that would be talking about GT20 itself. As you would probably by know it or not, I'm challenging Lucky Singh from BaatShaat that I'm going to pick my three teams and he's going to pick his three teams, and let's see who's right about what their teams do and who ends up becoming a winner. So here are my three teams, and I'll tell you very brief about why I picked these three teams. So my first team is Brampton Wolves. When you have a guy like Darren Sammy as your captain, you have a natural born leader leading your T20 side who have won World Cups for his country. Shakib Al Hasan, probably the best all-rounder in a limited over format. Then you have Colin Munro, one of my favorite New Zealander cricketer, very underrated but very good cricketer. Then you have Shahid Afridi bhai. Nobody can even question his ability, at least in T20 format. Wahab Riaz, on his day, he will go after any batsman and put him on the back foot. We have seen that literally in the World Cup. Then Lyndall Simmons, always been a silent assassin sort of guy. He will come in quietly. I played a lot of cricket against him when he was playing for Trinidad and I was playing for Canada. And he will give you star power. He will give you opening hitting. My two main guys here are probably two of the best, if not three. A third name, I'll talk about it later. Babar Hayat and Rohan Mustafa, two of the best associate players at this time going along. Only person who I could say could match with this is also in this team, which is one of my favorite Canadian cricketers, Nitesh Kumar, along with Arbash Khan, Arman Kapoor, Faisal Jamakandi, young guns for Canada, future for Canada. So it's a good mix of experience and future. But only thing is they have T20 particular all-rounders. That brings me to my next team, which is Toronto Nationals. Now we're talking about a team full of, they should have been called Toronto Icons, the sort of names they have brought in their team. And the first two names will sum it all. Brendan McCullum and Yuvraj Singh. You know, when you talk about UV, Baji, it's all about six sixes, and that changed the dynamics not only of Indian T20 cricket, but T20 cricket in general. And that's one of the men in my team, and I'm proud to have him. B-Mac, Baza, Brendan McCullum, first game he played, that started the IPL, the biggest T20 league in the world. And he lit it up and on fire with a massive 100-plus score in no time. Now we go to the very next two names that I have on my list is Pollard. And I made a living out of being a T20 missionary for hire sort of thing. And he have never proved anybody wrong. Along with Trent Bolt, probably the best bowler we just saw in the Cricket World Cup. Lamishane, Sandeep from Nepal, our neighbor from India, very good cricketer. You know, he's making the guy Michael Clark personally took interest in and took him into Australia and got him exposure to playing in better leagues. And then you have Jeremy Gordon, probably the best Canadian fast bowler I have faced and seen in Canada in this side, along with Salman Nazar, young cricketer, and Colin McLeod, if I'm correct. He's a lad from Scotland who is a very hard-hitting batsman who has made a name himself not only in Scotland but also in English county cricket. So a good balance of power hitters, fast bowling, spin bowling, and I think this is the team to watch out for. This is definitely my number one pick out of the three, and my boys to win the tournament overall. Montreal Tigers is the third team that I picked. They are sort of a team that I would consider them underdogs. The reason being is that every tournament will have underdogs. And with these guys having guys like George Bailey, who's gone past his prime, even in Australian cricket, but yet a force to reckon with, a guy who can lead his side, along with Sunil Narayan, that everybody knows what he can do, at least in T20 cricket. And the next guy, that the reason I picked this team was this personal person, like, Teixeira Pereira. I think he's a very dangerous cricketer, and he can change the game around in a matter of seconds. So before ado, let me move down to other things I want to talk about. And these are my three team guys. Now, what I think between today's game, which is between Vancouver Knights and Toronto National, one of my teams and one of Lucky's teams. And I think they have probably the best of past from world cricket and Canadian cricket. Chris Gayle, Shoaib Malik, Andre Russell, Rizwanji, Masad Zafar. Probably the best guys you could pick from your roster in T20 cricket these days when you're talking about internationally or domestically. These are probably the best 5 names, and I'm pretty sure these will be the first 5 names on this sheet of Vancouver Knights. Very dangerous players. They can win you a game on their day. They could thrash the best of the teams around. But what I don't see in this team is consistency. They don't have a consistent player who will stick along and win the game for their team in batting or bowling. These are impact players, not consistent players. When they come against my team, Toronto National, when you have best of the players who have been there, done that, I think I have much more balanced side than Lucky Paji's Vancouver Knight. So my result is Toronto National will win against Vancouver Knights. And to sum everything up, another thing I want to talk about was if Canadian cricketers will get enough chance to play in this tournament. You know what? This has been made clear before. Every year, more and more Canadians will get a chance to be a part of the playing 11. I'm happy by only the fact that they're being given opportunity to be a part of the squad, to be around these international lads who do this for a living, who have been doing it for years, legends of this game, and sharing dressing rooms with them, sharing meeting rooms with them, staying in the same hotel with them, learning how they walk, how they talk, how they go about their diets, how they go about their training routines, how they speak to people, from smallest things. My thing would be for Canadian cricketers is you get a chance or not to be on the field with them while you are with them for 3 weeks in that camp. Take your notebooks out, learn the smallest thing you can, and you know what, down the road, share it with your other Canadian junior brothers. Great initiative, GT20. Congrats to Cricket Canada. Congrats to GT20. I'm looking forward to it. Over to you, Salman Bhai.